Okay, what's the name of y'all's program?
It is functional skills. We are, our class is actually, the technical name is severe and profound special education, but we like to say functional skills because basically you're teaching more functional skills, and it puts a more positive light on it. Or we also call ourselves exceptional ed. In simple terms, when they try to explain it, somebody who doesn't understand, they have a very negative tone to it. Mm-hmm. So that's why we say more functional skills, because that's a lot of what they learn in here. Like to reset, like she was talking about, for sensory things. Or we teach a lot of life skills. Mm-hmm. In the world of education, and not medical, because medical we say diagnosis, and in education you have to put it as a category. But most of our students are autistic. 90% of them are autistic, and 95% are speech language impairment.
You guys have a normal day?
We have a normal day. Like you start out with circle time and do morning routine. They have breakfast first, and then you do that. When I came over, that's what a lot of the general education teachers and also our special teachers asked, is what type of needs do they have? Yeah. What would make them feel welcome? And the biggest thing that I can say, and it's very simple, treat them the way you would treat anybody else. They want to feel loved, welcomed, special, appreciated. Yes. And we like to put a lot of movement into our day also, because as I always say, we have energy.
Mm-hmm.
Happy feet, positive and negative. And when we get negative, we get up here. Whether it's positive or negative, you still have to expel it. With autism, that falls more in your lines of different sensory things, whether they upset them or whether it helps calm them down. And you just kind of play with what they need.
Yeah. All behavior is communication.
Yes.
So every single thing that they do is a form of communication. So just like how whenever you are frustrated, you show it on your face, or you show that you're anxious with your body language, they will throw a chair. They'll get angry. They will do it.
And ASL is another way of communicating with our students.
And most of them don't. Like if I sign like ASL, a lot of them, they've never had anybody sign with them before.
You find this in ADHD too, but with autism comes with ADHD, and so they need two different things going on at once. Just like an adult who is ADHD can watch a TV and do homework at the same time, whereas in someone that doesn't have ADHD can't. So our kids need two things going at once.
Do you find that more students who come from more of like a rough background or an unstable environment have more likely to have autism?
Yeah, studies show that.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of your puzzle piece is, I've always asked why. Like, and you'll see a lot of grandparents raising grandchildren, but you know why they're raising them. Mm-hmm. Usually a lot of times it's drugs. And then that's where you'll get the fecal alcohol syndrome. Mm-hmm. It's really sad to say, but a lot of kids of our children have a lot of trauma.
Lots.
And a lot of trauma that you don't know about.
Autism, you can't process your emotions and things that have happened to you. So even if you
don't know how to self-regulate.
So not only does that background might cause autism, but if in that moment, if they have been abused, they can't process their emotions, meaning that it's one thing that where we can, as atypical humans, can process our like what triggered us or what hasn't triggered us. They can't, and so we won't be able to know what is triggering them, or if it is that they're in school and they had a bad year last year at school and a teacher was not kind to them this year and they bring it over here, and so then they have a bad day at school and we're like, why do they always have bad days at school but they're fine at home? Well, it's because somebody was not kind to them. They can't tell us, they can't communicate to us, and they are not able to process what had happened to them for them to be able to heal from it until there's been like enough positive reinforcement for them to finally realize that they're in a safe environment. We don't know what could trigger them. It could be a pencil, it could be scissors, we don't know. And so even if they are able to communicate, they might not be able to figure out that, oh, I had a bad experience with a pencil, and now you're handing me a pencil, and now I'm upset. They can't figure out that, they can't remember that memory involved a pencil.
Yeah. Most kids want to eat, except for our children are extremely picky.
For that, and we find ways for them to be able to live life outside of that. So even though they have to have things a particular way, showing them that they are safe, that if it's not in a package, then they can still be okay. So that's a functional skill, knowing that it'll be fine without it. Another functional skill would be if your shoes are not in the right spot, you're going to be fine. Or how do you come in and, so like in the mornings you go pick them up from the room, you can go put your backpack up on the hooks by yourself. You don't need help for that. Some of our parents enable our kids with thinking that they have to help them with everything. Pulling up their pants in the bathroom, putting their backpacks on the hook, pulling out a chair, pushing in a chair,
feeding them. Everything that you can think of.
Can feed themselves at home or at school, but then they go home and their parents will feed them themselves.
Everything.
It's like Munchausen.
So a lot of we have to teach them how to do it by themselves. No, you got it. That's your job, not my job. You can hold your lunch box and walk to. If you can hold a train in your hand and play with Thomas the Train, then you can hold your lunchbox while you walk down the hallway. So teaching them how to take accountability for your own things. So how can you walk in a straight line? Oh, when we're in the hallway, we're quiet. Okay, we're sitting in class, because when we push in just means pushing into a general ed class.
Hey, can you go pick them up? I forgot. And I'm gonna
how can we
thank you.
Make them sit and watch not a lecture, a lesson. Like, so a lot of our kids are ADHD, but remember that positive energy versus negative energy. They want to be moving around all the time, and so hey, you have to sit quietly. Like, look at all of our other friends. Are they talking right now? No, so we need to be quiet. Let's listen to what she's writing on the board. Even if you don't understand it, you need to learn how to sit quietly in an environment. Those are good life skills for people to have. Also, just like eating your lunch, you eat your lunch with a fork, not with your hands.